Welcome to the Pink Hard Hat Podcast, your go-to source for all things business, feminine leadership, and work-life balance. Your host, Tamara Chase, roofing contractor, CEO of Chase Roofing, entrepreneur queen, and part-time mermaid is here to help build your business owner's toolkit. So put on your pink hard hat and let's dive in.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Pink Hard Hat Podcast. I'm your co-host, Jeremy Wolf, joined by your host, Tamara Chase. Tamara, always a pleasure seeing you.
Hi, Jeremy. Long time no
Hi.
see.
Long time. It's been a long time. We're actually going to get into, I love this topic because for entrepreneurs out there, everybody's so busy. It feels like we have to accomplish everything every day all at once. And it's sometimes hard to get everything done. And when you have too much on your plate, a lot of times you get paralysis by analysis. So we're going to talk about a topic that I like a lot. It's the power of the 15-minute break, right? So why don't you share some insights on the significance of incorporating 15-minute breaks into your daily routines?
I would love to. I love the conversation around breaks because the way people react is typically, I don't have time for a break. And
Yep.
And then the other people, other response I get from people is, like they're worried about how it will appear. Like they don't say they're worried that of how they'll appear, but their behavior acts like, no, I can't take a vacation, I can't take a break, I can't go to lunch, I can't do these things. I just need to work. And this appearance, I think it's an American thing. Because when I travel, the rest of the world doesn't do this. Maybe that's where I got the concept of doing breaks. But it's funny that the perception of like you're not a hard worker if you take breaks is really out there. It's a thing. And then yet I find when you look at statistics, they all say that that breaks help you. They help you actually. You feel more productive. You have more clarity of mind. You're not so tired when you get home. You don't have these long evenings of unwinding that feel overwhelming, and yet we don't do it. So I did a training at one of my retreats a couple years ago, and that's sort of where the 15-minute break landed with me. And we went to this retreat, and after like an hour of class, we took a 15-minute break. And I thought that was so strange because like an hour isn't that much. But we had it was deep conversation, and it was heavy on your brain. And then during that 15-minute break, we were instructed to just do anything except for engage in conversation about what our discussion was. So I took a walk outside. Another break, I read a Dr. Seuss book, and like just silliest things.
I will not eat green eggs and ham. I will not eat them.
I will not eat it. And what I found was when I came back from break, like answers would just pop in, and somehow your brain sort of like works on things when you let it rest instead of just keep piling it on. So that's, I think, where it sort of popped in the beginning of this 15-minute break concept.
Yeah, like when you're constantly searching for something and it feels like there's nothing there, you can't get it. Like you said, just stepping away, clearing your head, doing something else, just change your thought pattern. And then the thing that you were so desperately grasping at just seems to magically appear a lot of times. And I don't think it's necessary for, we say power of 15-minute break. I think there's a lot of people out there that don't have the luxury of just taking a 15-minute break. Maybe they're working a 9 to 5, they're in retail, whatever it is. I think there's a lot of utility and power in just, taking 20, 30 seconds, even just whatever you're caught in the moment, just taking a few deep breaths and just clearing your head that way and refocusing, recentering yourself. But yes, stepping away from me. I mean, I do have the luxury of taking a break if I need to. One of the things that I love doing, if I'm having a really, really stressful time and I work from home, so I can just throw my shoes on and go take a 15-minute run and just
Wow,
get a little
you probably
exercise
get
in.
far. 15-minute run is far.
Like I caught the bug recently. I started running a lot, and it's just one of those things where it just, like you said, it clears my head, and the things that come to me while I'm on those journeys, it's just fantastic. But it could be anything, like you said,
It
reading
can
a
be
Dr.
anything.
Seuss book or anything,
is
just to
anything.
change the being stuck where you are, trying to get everything done all at once. It's so important for mental clarity, right?
On my personal list, I actually went and did an activity where I just daydreamed about all the things, and it starts popping in. I encourage the listeners to do this. If you just take a couple of minutes and you just start writing down all the different things that you that you're capable of doing, even at work, even while you're, like you said, you can stretch, you can do a yoga pose. Just shut the door first. You can do, you know, a couple breaths, just like, there's different breathing mechanisms that you can use that instantly get you centered and get your brain a little less foggy. I actually have a coloring book at the office. It's a meditative coloring book, so it has like little lines, and I can draw I've actually had my staff stop people and say, she's coloring for 15 minutes. She can't be interrupted.
It's wonderful
So
therapy, though.
it is.
Doing
It is.
things like that, it just again changes
Yeah.
reduces stress, and just being
Yeah.
playful and getting out of
Yes.
the grind and the rhythm of it. I mean, for me, I'm a perfectionist, and I have anxiety all the time, and I feel like whenever I'm doing something, I have to get everything done all at the same time, right? I can't just enjoy the process from getting from A to Z. I got to go from I got to go right from the start to the end, and it gets overwhelming, and that feeds the anxiety. And
Yes.
it's so important to just take a step back sometimes.
It
And detach
is. It
yourself from that.
is. So I love this conversation because hopefully someone will listen to this today and be inspired to go take a break and think of something fun for them. I was thinking last night about bringing a puzzle in. I don't have a puzzle, but I'm hoping we can get one and just set it out, and maybe everybody can sort of work on it together. What do you think of that? Do a 10-minute break and work on a puzzle. But when you're at home, you
Right?
can go, like you said, you can go outside and walk. You can go down to the garden. You can take a snack. We have a massage chair at the office. You can go do a 15-minute massage chair break. Sing
Yeah. I
karaoke.
mean, whatever it is, right? Whatever you like to do, whatever de-stresses you. I also like to play the
Right.
guitar. So if I'm feeling a little
Yes.
stressed out, just pick up the guitar and play for a couple of minutes.
That's
Just
funny that you
unwind that
said
way.
that, because when I first started taking bass lessons, I would never practice. And so every week the instructor would come and she's like, we can't really learn if you don't practice. And so I was like, I never have time to practice. And so she said, do it for 5 minutes, set the guitar on a stand. And when you have 5 minutes, go practice on it. And it worked. I would do it like little 5-minute segments, which tend to go into 10-minute or 15-minute, but even 5 minutes, you can practice your scales in 5 minutes.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I definitely, I like the idea of kind of, you've spoken before about how your calendar drives you, and you kind of operate in tune with whatever's on the
Yes.
calendar, right? So I like the idea of actually incorporating these
Yes.
little break periods kind of into the schedule, right? Into the
Yes.
calendar directly. So you just know at a certain time, it is time to do something quirky or
Yes.
funny, just to get out of the monotony and the rhythm
Yeah.
of the daily grind.
Put a reoccurring 15-minute break on your calendar. Another tip
Before
that's
you
worked for me
go
is
anywhere, right? We'll just
even
be
you're not gonna go to work. Another thing that's helpful for me is to commit to other people, to talk about it, like destigmatize this whole I have to work, by staring at a computer all day, or I'm not getting anything done. That's an American stigma that's silly. And tell people I'm taking a break, and have them encourage you to take breaks. You should encourage them to take breaks. We have a little 30-second dance party, and I don't know where mine is right now. It's in the other office. but that's like another little that takes 30 seconds to dance, right?
I want to
But
do a little dance party right now. Let's go.
yes, let's do it.
No, so I think if you're working 12, 14 hours nonstop all day, I think you're doing it wrong, because you can't operate at peak mental capacity for that long. It's just not possible. So that means that, if you are to de-stress, take some of the pressure off, and operate more effectively, you shouldn't have to be putting in so many grueling hours to get through your day. You should be able to get more done in a shorter period of time with a clearer head and a clearer mind, which comes from all of this.
Yes. And planning too. That helps too. I noticed slowing down to plan helps too. But anyway,
Absolutely.
so those are a couple tips that I had for how important the 15-minute breaks are to me, and getting them on your calendar, and even make some KPIs in your quarterly planning to remind you whatever you need to do till you get in the habit of doing it.
Any hope for some corporate nap time as well, or what?
I would love to have one of those little
have
bubbles,
those little nap pods that they have at Google headquarters, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it helps the creativity, right? Yeah. You got to be well rested.
I have a 30-minute power nap on my Insight Timer app that I use, and it is awesome. Like, amazing. It is amazing what little downtime really how it affects your day. It's a blessing. I encourage 15-minute breaks for everyone.
15-minute national holiday, 15-minute break day. Let's get it done. Very good. Yes. Very good. All right. Well, that was fun. I think what I think I'm going to do now, Tamara?
What? You're going to take a break?
15-minute break? No.
How long was this recording? Was it 15 minutes?
I was hoping we would go.
Because look,
I don't know. I think we missed the mark I think we might have missed the mark, but it's okay.
Okay. Well, you can almost do a podcast in 15 minutes.
Sure, you could do one 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. There's no rhyme or reason here.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Well, thanks, Tamara, for sharing with me today.
Yeah, of course. It's always a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you again. And thanks, everyone, for joining us. And we'll catch you all next time. Everyone, take care. Have a great day, and make sure you get your 15-minute break.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us on another empowering episode of the Pink Hard Hat Podcast with host Tamara Chase. We hope you'll build a strong foundation for your business with the insights and tips from our episodes. Until next time, stay inspired, stay fierce, and remember, your business is more than a place. It's a reflection of you.